You are fairly new to guitar, so I want to teach you how to find any note anywhere on the fretboard using the musical alphabet. The musical alphabet is much like our standard alphabet. It starts on A, like our regular alphabet, and it goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then it starts again at A. So the musical alphabet's really only 7 letters. It just repeats for on and on and on and always. Now you're going to see that I put some boxes around some pairs of letters here. I'm going to get to those in just a second, but first I just want you to get a good visual of what the musical alphabet is. Now I also want you to understand something else. In between each of those notes or letters, there is a distance, and there's only 2 distances that we're going to concern ourselves with. The first of which is a whole step, which on the guitar it equals 2 frets. And the second is a half step, which again on the guitar equals 1 fret. So far we have the musical alphabet and then some units of measurement. A whole step equals 2 frets, a half step equals 1 fret. Now this is where these boxes come in. I want you to know that between the notes B and C and between the notes E and F, there is a naturally occurring half step. Okay? Between all the other notes, A and B, C and D, D and E, F and G, G and A, there's a naturally occurring whole step. So this is very, very important. This is how we're going to be able to apply the musical alphabet to the guitar. So we have our musical alphabet, we have our units of measurement, whole step equals 2 frets, half step equals 1 fret, and then of course the spots where the naturally occurring half step occurs between B and C and between E and F. Now let's apply it to the guitar. So on the guitar, what does that mean? Well, we have an A string, so let's start there since the musical alphabet starts on an A. So we tune our A string to an A, which means it's an A note. And then if we consult our musical alphabet, we'll see that the distance between A and B is a whole step. It doesn't have a box around it like those other naturally occurring half step areas. So the distance between A and B is a naturally occurring whole step. We also know that a whole step equals 2 frets. So from that open string, if we go up to the 2nd fret, that's a B note. And then we can continue this on down the entire musical alphabet. If we're on a B note, we look to our next natural note, and that is a C. And lo and behold, that's one of those notes, the pairs that's in a box, meaning that there's a naturally occurring half step between those 2 notes, meaning that we only go up 1 fret to a C note. So if we're on a B, we'll go up a half step or 1 fret to a C note. And then continuing on, if I'm on a C, the next natural note is a D. That's a whole step away, which means it's 2 frets away. So from that C note, we're going to go up 2 frets to a D note. Right now we're on the 5th fret of the A string. Now if we're on a D, the next natural note is an E. That's again a whole step away, meaning 2 frets. So 2 more frets puts us on an E note. And here we are in half step territory again. If we're on an E, we're going to go up a half step to an F, and a half step is only 1 fret. So we move 1 fret to that F note. If we're on an F, we're going to go up a whole step to a G. That's 2 frets. And if we're on a G, we're going to go up another whole step to an A. That's 2 more frets. So that's how you take the knowledge of the musical alphabet, its units of measurement, and where the naturally occurring half and whole steps are so that you can find any note on any string. Now we just did that on the A string. You can apply that to the E string, the D string, the G, the B, and even the high E. All you have to do is adjust where you start on the musical alphabet to correspond to which string you're on. And there you have it. You can now find any naturally occurring note on any string on your guitar. Now I want you to know that there are 3 acoustic guitar building blocks that every newer guitar player needs to know before doing anything else. And what you just learned was only a small part of one of those building blocks. So here's what they are. The first building block is basic fretboard navigation. You learn the musical alphabet and then layer on the 2 essential patterns so you can find any note on the fretboard without ever getting lost again. The second building block is the basics of technique and body mechanics. This includes the fundamentals of pick approach, fretting, and body tension management so that you can limit injury, play buzz-free, and increase accuracy. And the third building block, how to incorporate the science of habit and learning so that you can apply everything that you learn to a daily and weekly routine that keeps you excited and experiencing consistent and reliable progress on your guitar. So here's the deal. I'm going to be putting on a free online acoustic guitar workshop where I'm going to be teaching each of these building blocks in extreme detail. So before you start watching another guitar video, go ahead and click the link and register for this free online acoustic guitar workshop. It could be the best thing you've ever done for your guitar playing journey.